Hi, this is Elgin SubwaysurferBolling, your creative caricature marketing consultant, and in this video, I'd just like to share with you some work, of mine from one of my sketchbooks. This was taken from a phase where I was doing a lot of pencil drawing. I did this drawing here of a man on the subway with a number 2 pencil, and I later inked it. Well, I inked it just a few moments ago. Using a Pitt artist brush pen, and it's always fun, the characters that I meet on the subway. This particular man here had this, and he was very tall, about 6 feet 6 inches. He was almost touching the ceiling of the train, literally, and yeah, he was a preacher, preaching the gospel of Christ. He was on I think it was on a Monday morning, going up and down the train, and he saw me drawing him, and when he stopped preaching, he actually came over, with a smile to see what I had done. I would have given him the picture, which I sometimes do, but this was just too good to give up, So that's one picture. What's interesting about that sketch, is on the other side. I was doing a woman who was just kind of passively looking out the train window. What I love so much about doing subway sketching, especially in a picture like this, is that you can really capture a person's mood, especially when you do them from the side. And even though I'm caricaturing the face, making fun of facial features, what I love most about doing caricature on the train is being able to capture that personality. And it comes times, like with this picture, where you really get a person in a moment, and then when I can capture that on the page, it's so satisfying. Man, if you don't believe God has a sense of humor, I don't really think you're looking at people closely enough. This man's face was so comical. I mean, it's almost like God said, you know what? I'm in a funny mood, so I'm just going to make a living caricature, out of this guy. Incredibly long neck, unbelievably large eyes, eyebrows that just seem like they encircled his eyes. I mean, he was a living caricature, and had almost like an animal, almost monkey-like look, especially with the large eyes, and then the way they almost literally wouldn't blink, just a very fun face to draw. Here's another. This was actually an employee who worked, in the art store that I frequent, New Utrecht Art Supply, and, he came to the stand one day and posed for this picture. He used prismacolor art pencils, and he just, wanted some kind of an exaggeration, but not very much. So I emphasize that little bottom lip there of his. Well, it's not little, obviously. Had a tendency to jut out a little bit when he talked. When you're caricaturing people, you want to take note of little nervous habits like that they have, and that's how you can exaggerate them very easily. Moving right along. This guy was someone who obviously did not want to be caricatured, but he had so much going on in his face that I was willing to risk a beatdown just to get, all of the features in right. This was just done straight in pen and ink, with a Pitt artist brush pen and a Tombow brush pen, right on the paper, right on the subway, as he was watching, and I felt so good about doing his picture, that I even exaggerated it a little more. Very satisfied with that. I was really in the zone when I did that picture. Well, that's about it. This is another project that I'm working on. Things to say to people when they don't like your caricature, but we will be looking at that, at another date. So again, this is Elgin SubwaysurferBolling, your creative caricature marketing consultant, and thanks for watching. If you have comments, you know what to do.